So, Brad, let's jump over to the Big 12, where the 4-3 TCU Horned Frogs go on the road to play the 4-2 Kansas State Wildcats. It's 7 o'clock kickoff on ESPN2. ESPN gives Kansas State a 65.2% chance to win this game. Kansas State currently favored by 6.5. And Brad, Kansas State's had a very disappointing season this year. And I say disappointing. They're still 4-2, 2-1 in the conference. They still got a chance to continue that momentum forward. But I think we had projected Kansas State to be undefeated heading into week 8. They've had not a very tough schedule so far. They've had some very disappointing losses on the road against Missouri and Oklahoma State. They beat Texas Tech on the road. Now they get a chance to come back home and play the TCU Horned Frogs. Brad, who wins this Big 12 matchup?
Nate, man, you brought up a good point. This is intriguing because here we've got TCU, the team that got hot last year, and they've really stumbled out of the stretch. Nate, I think you had Kansas State in your top 3 in the Big 12 in the preseason, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and you hit the nail on the head. They just haven't really lived up to expectations. So this one is very, very hard. It's hard to get a read on. I want to give everyone kind of an intriguing storyline to watch out for. Was reading some today. Kansas State is expected to play both their quarterbacks. Everyone kind of knows about Will Howard, but Kansas State, folks, has a really, really talented freshman by the name of Avery Johnson. And get this, they brought him into the game last week. He had 5 rushing touchdowns against Texas Tech in the win. 5 rushing touchdowns. Nate, I mean, backup, you don't see running backs do that, but a backup quarterback to do that, that's something. This one is not a whole lot of people are talking about this one. It's a fun game to me, though, because of just, both teams have been a little underwhelming. Nate, just because it's in the Little Big Apple, Manhattan, Kansas, I'm going to take the Wildcats in this one. I think both uses of the quarterback, I think, is going to confuse the TCU defense. TCU's, battling through some of their offensive issues as well. I think it's going to be a good atmosphere there in Manhattan. And so I'm going to take the Wildcats in this one.
Yeah, Brad, I think that's a great pick as well. And look, TCU's defense, their offense has been okay, but their defense has been atrocious. I mean, they gave up 17 against SMU, 24 against West Virginia, 27 against Iowa State. And Iowa State's one of those teams in the Big 12 that's coming out of nowhere, I guess, after their head coach got yelled at and said he needed to be fired and almost got into a fight with a fan. I mean, he's really bounced back too. So give Iowa State some credit, but we're not picking them right now. I'm going to take the Kansas State Wildcats as well. I think Avery Johnson has a big game, and I think Will Howard as well. I mean, they're going to give TCU's defense an absolute fit. They're not playing their best, and I get it. Kansas State's not playing their best either, but I think talent-wise, you have to give Kansas State the edge in this one. Give me the Wildcats in a close one. That concludes today's episode. When we come back next time, hopefully I'll have my voice back and I won't be coughing as much. We're going to be discussing our Week 8 recap and break down our Week 9 game day previews and predictions. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Follow us on all socials at BreakTheHuddle_. And be sure to turn on your bell notifications. Stay up to date when we post our latest videos. And let us know in the comments who you think will win this matchup of each game of the week. From Break the Huddle Studios, this is Nathan and Brad signing off.